ES Audio.
Hello, I'm Mark Blunden, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, the online safety bill, social media bosses to face jail. But first, scientists in Israel report laboratory success in halting the spread of breast cancer using a new molecular blocking process. The study was a collaboration between research teams led by Dr. Hava Gil-Chen at Bar Ilan University's Azrieli Faculty of Medicine and Professor Jordan Chill at Bar Ilan's Department of Chemistry, who explains discovery of a peptide stopping the interaction between two proteins, PIK2 and cortactin, to block cancer spread called metastasis in mice.
The addition of this small peptide really will block the interaction and will stop the formation of the invader protein. That's really the cell biology part of the study, which is a breakthrough in the sense that it, for the first time, shows that this intervention on our part is possible.
So what's next?
We hope to improve the peptide to the point where it can go to actual clinical trials, which is, of course, a big step forward. But once we're there, then the sky's the limit, because if it works, then it very well could be that this peptide is the answer to an unmet need in the sense of inhibiting metastasis.
Professor Chill went on to describe why the team's findings are so unique.
Many treatments exist to kill the tumor or stop it from growing, but there are no treatments, or very few, if any, to stop the tumor from spreading to other parts of the body. And often that is the critical phase. That's what actually causes death, because in many cases the tumor itself is a problem but can be dealt with, but the secondary tumors are really what end up killing the patient.
Their study findings are published in the journal Oncogene. Social media bosses face jail or huge fines if they fail to protect children from damaging content after a climb down by ministers over an amendment to the online safety bill. Tech and Science Daily asked Imran Ahmed, Chief Executive of the Centre for Countering Digital Hate, about the huge problem of stopping harmful content and disinformation being seen by young eyes on platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and TikTok.
Our analysis gives us a sense that what they are doing is identifying vulnerabilities in people's psychology, targeting them with addictive content in that space and trying to get them to stay as long as possible.
But what about the challenges of enforcing British laws when servers are located abroad?
I think platforms are pretty sly in the way that they talk about their inability to enforce these rules because their servers are in different countries. If these platforms want to operate in the UK, they want UK users to monetize, they want UK advertisers to give them money, then they need to abide by British rules.
The online safety bill has passed its third reading without a vote and now goes to the House of Lords for scrutiny by peers. Next, the boss of Britain's Royal Mail confirms that the fallout from a cyber attack is still causing widespread disruption to postal services. Under questioning from MPs, CEO Simon Thompson said there was no evidence that customer data was compromised, although the organisation's prepared for the situation to change. But a week later, the fallout has left customers unable to send letters and parcels abroad. So who's behind the attack? Officials blame the cybercriminal ransomware group Lockbit, thought to be based in Russia. Now, us humans might sweat to keep cool, but spare a thought for Australia's spiky anteaters, known by their official name of echidnas. They use snot to cool their blood. The cute egg-laying hedgehog-looking mammals with beak-like noses blow snot bubbles when it gets too hot. That's according to a study published by the Royal Society from researchers at the University of Western Australia in Perth, who studied the creatures using a heat vision camera and telephoto lens. They say the camera picked up dark purple blobs on the animals' noses, showing where moisture evaporated from their snot bubbles, because it's believed echidnas can't lick, sweat or pant to stay cool. Bankrupt crypto exchange FTX has told creditors around $415 million in cryptocurrency had been stolen in hacks. FTX, now being run by an administrator, says it's recovered over $5 billion in crypto cash and liquid securities, but significant shortfalls remain on its international and US crypto exchanges. The firm's indicted founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, challenged parts of the company's report in a blog post, saying it has more than enough money to repay American customers. Let's go to the ads. Stay there for more news from the world of tech and science, plus the world's largest plane and the edge of space. Why not hit rate and follow in the meantime? Welcome back. A University College London team is investigating the impact of 250 worldwide earthquakes. It comes a year on from the Tonga volcano eruption. The scientists still marvelling at the power of the explosion. The Pacific blast was the largest such eruption for more than a century, and in fact was picked up more than 11,000 miles away. That's all the way on the seabed of the Atlantic Ocean. Now, the time-honoured British tradition of bringing cake into the office is being compared to the harm of passive smoking by the Food Standards Agency. The food watchdog says in the fight to make healthier choices, people should think twice before taking sugary treats into work for colleagues. And finally, the world's largest plane with a whopping 383-foot wingspan has successfully completed a record 6-hour test flight, reaching 22,500 feet over California's Mojave Desert. The Stratolaunch Rock carrier plane conducted its second test flight while carrying the hypersonic Talon A separation vehicle that's designed to hit more than 5 times the speed of sound. Next, the Rock will drop test the Talon A prototype over the Pacific Ocean, scheduled for December, with the future aim of flying to the edge of space. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast, where we bring you the latest news, interviews and analysis from the Evening Standard here in London, and we'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. See you then.